Let's learn about Russia. In the next two lessons, you will learn about the human and physical geography of Russia. Let's begin by looking at the political map of Russia. Which of the cities shown on this map is closest to Russia's European neighbors? Europe is going to be over here, okay, right over here. Here's Eastern Europe. So which of the countries, which of the cities, I'm sorry, on this map are closest um, to the European neighbors? If you said St. Petersburg, you would have been correct. What body of water is the city of Magadan near? Magadan. So find Magadan. What body of water is Magadan near? And if you said the Sea of Okhotsk, then you would have been correct. The Sea of Okhotsk. What is the city that is located near Lake Baikal? So find Lake Baikal right here. What's the name of the city located near Lake Baikal? If you said Irkutsk, that is correct, Irkutsk. Which of the cities is farthest north? Which of the cities is farthest north? If you look up here, if you said Murmansk, you would be correct. And which of the cities is farthest south? Farthest south, let's see. If you said Vladivostok, you would be correct. Now, let's take a look at the country through the eyes of Boris, who is a skateboarder who lives in Moscow. And by learning about Boris's story, we can see what life is like in Russia.
Russia is a nation in transition. Once a communist superpower, Russia has survived political upheaval and economic collapse. Following a rapid recovery due mainly to its position as a major supplier of the world's energy, Russia is returning again to superpower status. The city streets of the capital of Moscow are lined with apartment buildings, stores, offices, and grand monuments. Traffic clogs the streets, but that doesn't stop 15-year-old Boris, who uses another way to get around.
I am skating really well now, so I can skate on the roads because my control over the skateboard is really good. I can move easily through a crowded street, avoiding people and things, much faster than walking.
Skateboarding is more than just a method of transportation for Boris. It is his ticket to world travel and possibly fame and fortune. As a professional skateboarder, Boris has won several competitions.
I
I don't have any teacher. I do everything myself. I create some combinations and then try them out at competitions.
Boris began skating 4 years ago when his mom bought him a skateboard to try out. Now he practices every afternoon.
This move is called backslide and third backslide.
Boris's tricks can be spectacular and dangerous. He is careful to wear knee and elbow pads, but in Russia he isn't required to wear a helmet. So, despite the risk of head injuries, he usually leaves the helmet at home. Boris loves the sport and the camaraderie of skateboarding.
At the skate park, it is really cool. You can meet really interesting people. It's very relaxed there. You can skate and then go and then sit with people, then skate some more and talk some more.
Boris is one of the first young Russians to take part in the relatively new sport of skateboarding.
The Soviet era, well, there was no skateboarding then. In fact, skateboarding really began in the 90s, here after the Soviet Union had broken up.
Boris wasn't even born when the Soviet Union collapsed, but he knows all too well that times are troubled, especially when it comes to money and business. The dramatic increase of crime in Russia during the 1990s hit close to home for Boris.
When I was 4 years old, on my birthday in fact, my real father went to the garage to pick up the car. He was going to get presents. He vanished and was never seen again. It was the 1990s and my father had his own business. Today the police believe he was kidnapped and almost certainly killed.
Boris's mother remarried 7 years ago, and now Boris lives with his stepfather, mother, and sister in a small apartment in Moscow. Boris's stepfather and mother own a business, and while they are struggling because of the economic downturn, they feel much more at ease when it comes to their personal safety.
Потому что в 90-е там, ну,
Because the 90s was a very unstable time here. Everyone tried to earn as much money as they could. Right now, that is also true, but people are far more civilized.
The instability in Russia and neighboring countries still influences Boris. His grandparents live in the Republic of Georgia, a nation that has a tense relationship with Russia. Boris hasn't been able to visit any of his relatives in Georgia in 5 years. He wishes the two countries could work out their problems.
Ну, я даже не знаю, как-то.
I don't know what they should do to stabilize relationships between the two countries. I think both sides should find some sort of compromise.
Boris knows he can't do much about Russia's foreign policy and economic problems, so he concentrates on school, helping out his family, and, of course, skateboarding. Boris admits that he might not be able to skateboard forever and that he may have to consider another career. Since Moscow is growing so quickly, Boris says he might become a real estate developer. But for now, the board and the rails are what make him happy, so he'll keep skateboarding, winning awards, and trying out new tricks.